Hello there, Taurus. Johnny Alchemy here. Thank you again for joining me on my channel. We're going to be doing your mid-January tarot card reading for January 2024. Let's hop right in. And just as a reminder, this is going to be a general reading. So take what resonates, leave what does not. Understand everything here is to help you make the best decisions possible to create the life that you want. Okay, let's talk about the past. I see here possibly some long-term past stuff for you, also some recent past. Okay, so let's start off here. We got the Hermit card in reversed. So really, I think for some of you, again, Major Arcana, 6 months to a year ago, for some of you, if that makes sense, really saying like, you really have tried to work on yourself in terms of self-discovery. I think for some of you, you have really went through that journey and you really were trying to find a new truth. And it could have been from something where you had to be alone, truly alone, because I also say that because we got the Ace of Cups here in reversed. So for some of you, if you did have a breakup or a separation of some kind, whether it be a person or just a situation that you are emotionally invested in, whatever that may be. Because really it's saying with this Ace of Cups, like that those emotions had to be emptied. That cup had to be emptied, where you had to kind of separate yourself from any emotional ties, as I said, any emotional investment that you had with that person or situation. And I think from there, it was a difficult process maybe for some of you. But ultimately, it comes down to self-discovery. You had to know who you were without that person or situation anymore. For whatever reason, you had to separate. I don't see anything here with that. But really, I think it's here you had to find out who you were now. Here we also got the Six of Pentacles. Love to see this right here because I think it's really saying you found a certain type of balance from that, where you really came to a point where, you learned maybe for some of you in that situation or person that you maybe gave a lot to them. Maybe the balance was a little bit tilted more for them or maybe more for you sometimes, but here it's really saying you understand now how to give to others and also give back. Also not to give too much of yourself, and also when you learned how to give more when they needed more at the same time. So really learning how to navigate, that type of thing in terms of how to properly use your abundance, use your energy, etc., where you also included yourself in that situation, not just for other people or external people. You also took yourself into account. So there, I kind of like to see that as well. It's like there's a big journey in terms of learning how to balance your life, energies, etc., emotions for some of you, as I said with that Ace of Cups. So now let's talk about the present. Okay, two things here, crazy. Okay. So we got, let's talk about this first. Okay, so right underneath that Hermit, we got the Queen of Wands here. So really, I think for some of you, as I said, being right underneath that Hermit, as you went through that journey, it's only was there for self-discovery and to help you become more confident and to really uplift you, to increase that self-esteem, self-worth, self-assurance, etc. Queen of Wands energy is all about that feminine energy of just knowing who the hell you are, and just people being magnetized to that, people being drawn to that, attracted to that. And as you can see here, as I always say, you have that little black cat. That's like the yin and yang right here. We have all this darkness, all this gold, all this light and all this gold, but you have to have a little darkness in life. That's just the way it is. They cannot exist without one another. And that darkness here, that black cat, was that dark night of the soul energy of the Hermit. So now the darkness is diminished, and now it's also like domesticated, it's tamed, it's now your friend. So here, when you had that long, for some of you, whoever this resonates with, if you had that long journey of really trying to understand yourself, that's what I mean, that it means it served you for that. Now you understand it. It's no longer something that harms you. It's something that, not that you control, but you are friends with. You have befriended your shadow. You are at peace with your shadow. Now also, Nine of Swords here. So I think here, right in the middle of your reading, I think for some of you, it's like you are moving on from this energy. As I said, you know, that separation of that situation or person, going through that dark night of the soul, it is a very hard thing. It could be, it could have been a very shadow work type of process for some of you. So here, I really think that some of you are moving on from this energy. I think for some of you, like you are actually in the middle of dealing with this, because you have that Queen of Wands energy where you know who you are, but then sometimes that darkness may still pop up here or there. So I think for some of you, you are really, it's like a little battle between light and dark, between truth and fear, love and fear, etc. You know, and that's not a bad thing, because I think that's more of the transition period. You know, it's like putting everything that you've learned, all the wisdoms, all the deeper knowings that you've experienced in life, now you're really being put to the test with it, and now you get to use, as I always say, your power of choice to create your narrative, to create your story, create your reality. So really, I see you have a lot of the tools needed here from that hermit journey, and just by you moving forward, moving on with it to self-discover, using all your light to, as I said, diminish the shadow and to befriend it. Underneath that Ace of Cups here, we got the Page of Wands here as well. So really, I have a feeling for some of you, as I said, that cup had to be emptied and released for that emotional that any type of emotional attachment or investment. So really here, I think it's like, it's almost saying like you want to, it's like, it's not that you're, it's almost like you're not ready to move on just yet. It's not saying that because you're not able to. As I said, I think here it's really saying that there's more, you really want to focus on your own personal growth right now. You know, you want to conserve that energy for you. You know, that Queen of Wands energy really is talking about you becoming self-assured, self-confident, all that stuff. So really, it's more, instead of like an outward adventure or outward journey, as I said, it's more, again, like that hermit. It is more so that inner journey, that inner working for some of you, if that makes sense. And ultimately, that is what's rising you up. That's what's giving you the enlightenment and insight from any type of pain or separation or heartache or loss from the past. Now we also got the Nine of Swords right here. So that Nine of Swords, oh, I think I just did touch upon that. Sorry. But yeah, pretty much, yeah, being in the middle of your reading, it's really saying that, you know, that Nine of Swords is something that if there are still thoughts on your mind that keep you up, that may make you lose sleep, or that may just randomly pop in your head and nag at you throughout the day, all those types of things, it's really breaking that cycle. You know, that Nine of Swords, it has all those swords replicating each other, continually coming, like, you know, in a line, compounding, repetitive. It's a cycle, you know. So I have a feeling here for some of you, you are breaking that cycle for some of you. So here, let's move on to what was it, to the future and things to consider. Okay, yeah, okay. As I said, shadow work journey for a lot of you. Okay, I'm just going to touch upon this one, the Devil. Okay, so as I said, this comes right underneath the Hermit and that Queen of Wands energy. So really, it's like you know who you are, and now it's time for you that you're facing your shadow, that you're going to make peace with it, that you're going to face it. And it's not going to be some conflict. I mean, it could be a little conflicting, obviously. It's light and dark, you know, but it's really just coming to peace with it. That's really the ultimate goal for some of you, if that resonates. Because I always say, you know, if light and dark are always fighting within you, then there's a constant battle. You know, you have to make friends. You have to find peace with both of them. That's the only way that peace can exist. That is the only way that there can be an environment of peace, when you understand one another, when you have empathy for your pain, when you are able to be okay with who you are and the things that you've gone through, and you're able to love yourself regardless. So really here, I think for some of you, and we also, as you can see in that Devil card, you saw those two people, that's also the lovers. We also had that Ace of Cups. So if there's anyone who dealt with love or relationship or anything like that, that type of separation where you had to be alone, understand that could be something to consider as well, in terms of any past relationships that may have hurt you for the long term, or that you may still carry in your heart as well. We also got another major arcana, big life lessons for some of you. As I said before, with that Page of Wands, it's talking about here the Chariot. It's like still not you don't want to move forward just yet. I think for some of you, or for some of you, you could feel maybe a little stuck, maybe a little stagnant. I get it. But for some of you, I think that's the whole purpose. As I said, is to build you up, is to build up your self-confidence, self-esteem, etc. Is to, honestly, with those two wands and that fire energy, it's like that purging process. Fire is it can purge things, it can cleanse things. It's almost being renewed and reborn from the fire. So really here, with that Chariot card, I think here it's like a big journey inward, and that life may seem a little slow right now, maybe may not be moving fast as maybe some of you may want, but understand that it's going to push you forward the minute that you're able to come to peace with the past or anything that has hurt you. Even more so, Four of Cups here. So really, it's saying, this comes in line with that Ace of Cups as well, that same column. It's like you are still, for some of you, still looking from the past in terms of things that you've learned, things that, maybe, as I said, that you had to empty, and the universe is willing to give you this new cup. But as I said, there's some of you where you are really going through this healing journey, and when you feel like you are healed, then you're going to wake up and look up and say, I'm ready for this now. Right now, for some of you, it looks like it's saying, I'm not ready just yet. I'm not ready for the next opportunity. I'm not ready for the next love, the next type of emotional investment, whatever that may be, whatever situation or person. But right now, I just need to work on myself, and then when I'm ready, I will be there to take that cup. So for some of you, I think this is a very for some of you, it could be very deliberate in terms of really trying to work on yourself and heal. As I said, self-discovery, self-healing, dealing and making peace with your shadow. So here, for some of you, this healing journey is really the biggest thing that I can see for some of you. Let's pull out some cards for, yeah. Pull out some cards for clarification. You got the Star, absolutely. Rebirth. You got the Hermit again. Okay, synchronicity, double synchronicity. Love to see that. What else? King of Pentacles. Okay, yeah. No, I could totally see that. In terms of creating new foundations. Okay, let's just get into it. Okay. Star. Number one, as I said, the Star card is, what was it? Is that number, let's say, no, damn, I thought it was 16. I thought it was 16. Okay. Anyway, the Star card, renewal about yourself, rebirth about yourself, finding new hope. It's really saying, like, you're going to find a new star that will guide you, that you will follow, and that also you're going to become more authentic and more real and reborn into who you are now from the darkness, from this pain. You will literally be the star in the night sky, if that makes sense. As I said, with that Nine of Swords and that Devil card, it's all that blackness, that dark energy, and that light that you have about yourself. You will be that light. You will be the star twinkling in that night sky. That's what creates the beauty. You create something from that nothing. So really here, that Star card is saying that you're going to be renewed. You're going to find new hope. You're going to find new peace and a new sense of self from everything. Hermit card, you already got it twice. You got it back there before. Nothing else to say. But again, this is all about self-discovery and doing things on your own. There's something here where it's saying you really need to take a journey inward. That you need to find things out and also release yourself from a lot of things in the past as well. King of Pentacles, I'm touched upon that a little bit, but just saying, like, you're going to be in control of your abundance, of your reality. Actually, that's what I really get from that, because it talks about the pentacles, it talks about all the tangible things, your 3D reality here on this realm, and also being the king. It's like you know how to control and influence that. You have power over that. And that is what this healing process is allowing you to do, to have power over your situations. So really, that King of Pentacles is really saying, by going through this process, not only will you be powerful and have more influence over your reality, but you're also going to be abundant, and you're going to have a new foundation to stand on. You're going to have more stability, more security of some kind. But as I said, by coming to peace with the shadow. A few more cards. Let's pull them out. Yeah. For clarity. Yeah. Trust. Miracle. What else? Perseverance. Yeah. Okay. Well, first of all, trust. I think here, One of the big themes for some of you, I think here is like learning to trust yourself. You know, I think by having to go through this hermit journey and being alone for some of you, maybe if you went through some isolation periods or whatever, I think here it was relearning how to trust yourself, trust your intuition, trust your decisions, etc. So really, I think it's rebuilding trust in yourself. And you have a square right here. It's really saying, you know, it's trying to create something, as I said, something more stable in your life. You know, something where it's going to give you a foundation. For some of you, I almost see like a home within yourself, a sanctuary. Miracle, love to see this. When we use our light and dark properly, when we use it to create peace instead of war within ourselves, that's a miracle. That's healing. So for some of you, whoever this resonates with, by going through this healing journey is one of the most difficult things to do, but it is the most worthwhile and most fulfilling things to happen in your life. So allow that miracle to happen. Keep doing it, because I think by finding that peace, it will allow beautiful and new things to happen in your life that you did not think was possible. Perseverance, same exact thing. As you can see here with all those lines, and as I said with that 9 of swords right here, you know, it's really saying keep going. This 9, you know, you're so close from being a 9 to a 10. In the tarot, that means the 10 is an end of a cycle. So persevere through it. You know, you are very close to ending this cycle for some of you. And by doing that, you're going to create that miracle. You're going to create new trust, new foundation, new security, as I said before. Let's pull out 2 more cards. Oh, that one just on the bottom. Okay. We got that one. Let's pull this one. What else we got? Yeah. Enlightenment. And what else we got? Unfinished Symphony. So let me touch on the symphony one. So unfinished symphony is, as I said before, keep going, that perseverance. There's a story that is not yet done, or not yet, like there's more to say. There's still more, a little bit more to be done. There's just a tiny little push needed. So I think for some of you, as I said, you have this Queen of Wands energy. You feel real. For some of you, you could start to feel really, really good and empowered. I think the final little step is, you know, that coming to peace with the shadow, you know, and allowing yourself to forgive, to heal, to self-love. And finally, enlightenment. As I said, for some of you, this is all about relearning, you know, relearning how to trust, relearning who you are. And that's the thing about self-discovery. It gives you that enlightenment. It helps you understand who you are as an individual. You know, so really it's like really getting to know yourself once more. That's the enlightenment process. That's the product of going through this hermit journey that synchronistically is shown twice in your reading. So even more so, it's really saying, the universe is saying, like, you know, I said what I said and I meant it. This was for you to rediscover yourself and ultimately to become enlightened to who you are and how powerful you are, how, you know, all these things, you know. So that really is kind of what I see for some of you Taurus out there, whoever this resonates with, you know, a lot of self-discovery, a lot of self-healing for some of you. And when you do that, it's only going to unlock a lot of abundance, security, power, and it's going to push you forward into some things where you are going to be much more emotionally fulfilled down the line. So if you like this reading, don't forget to hit that like button. Don't forget to leave me a comment. I love hearing the comments from you guys. It really helps me to keep going, keeps me motivated. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't as well. But that's all I got for you for mid-January tarot card reading. So I just want to say thank you again so much for watching. I have more to come, but until then, I will talk to you next time. Thank you again, and goodbye.